and make sure you can see me. Alrighty, so come on down and let's start with our lovely knee rolling from side to side. Just nice and easy, nice and comfortable. Just allow your knees to go from side to side. Just enjoy that stretch as you go from one side to the other. And just start to deepen your breathing as we continue with our knee rolling. Just one more each side. We're going to stop in the center. Come on and take your toes apart, heels join them. So we've got hips, knees and feet nicely aligned. We're going to be tight through the core. We're going to start our hundreds at level 1. So you're going to pulse your arms on my count. Ready? Begin. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. And rest. Come on and put your hands onto your hips. We're going to stay tight through the core. Breath in to prepare as you exhale, sliding one leg away from you along the mat. Inhaling back in. Exhale, slide the other leg away. Inhale back in. Keep going with your breath. Let's add in our arm circles to this movement. So arms are going to be up towards the ceiling. We're going to circle our arms around as we stretch our legs. Everything back together. Circle and stretch. Everything together. Keep going with your breath. One more time. Hands onto your hips. We're going into hip twist at level 1. So we're going to exhale one knee out to the side. Inhale back to the center. Exhale the other knee out to the side. Inhale back to the center. Slow and steady. Take your time. Making sure that the pelvis is not moving. It's just the knee coming out to the side. And keeping it comfortable for you. Exhaling out. Inhale back in. Keep it going with your breath. Let's add our arms into this movement. So both arms up to the ceiling. Opposite arm and leg coming out to the side. Everything's going to come back to the center. Opposite arm and leg out to the side. Everything to the center. Keep it going with your breath. And rest, holding onto the back of one leg, taking the foot up and down towards the ceiling. So we're stretching out through the back of the thigh. Very nice. We're going to keep the leg all the way up to the ceiling and we're just going to pump through the foot. So we're going to flex and point the toe, flex and point the toe. Very nice. And we're going to circle the foot. Circle it one way. And circle it the other way. And bringing it down to the other leg, we're going to straighten that leg all the way up to the ceiling and back down, working it through the back of the knee. And we're going to keep that leg straight all the way up to the ceiling, just pumping through the foot. Flex the heel, point the toe. Flex the heel, point the toe. Keep it going with your breath. And we're going to circle the ankle all the way around. Circle it one way. And circle it the other way. We're going to go into our shoulder bridge at level 1. So both feet back onto the mat, toes apart, heels join them. Hips, knees and feet are nicely aligned. Nothing underneath your head, we're staying tight through the core. Breath in to prepare as you exhale, pushing your back flat into the mat, squeezing the glutes, peeling the spine up and away from the mat. And we're going to roll back down vertebrae by vertebrae. Exhaling up. Inhaling back down. Keep going with your breath. Let's take our arms up and over our head as we go all the way up, just up to the ceiling, and then back down. We're rolling up, arms are coming up to the ceiling, rolling back down. Very nice, keep it going. Pushing through your heels. One more time. Rolling all the way back down, holding onto the back of one leg, taking the foot up and down towards the ceiling. So again, we're stretching out through the back of the thigh. Looks good. And switch to the other leg, same movement. And let's stretch out our legs using the ring. So we're going to grab the ring, straightforward hamstring stretch to start, just breathing into that motion. Keep it comfortable for you. Same arm, same leg, out to the side. Lower tummy tight, soften the knee, bringing it back to the center. Let's switch to the other hand. Stretch the leg away from you on the mat, and we're going to cross body stretch. Lower tummy tight, soften the knee, bringing it back to the center. We're going to switch to the other leg for a straightforward hamstring stretch to start. Again, just breathing into that stretch, keeping it comfortable for you. Same arm, same leg, out to the side. lower tummy tight, soften the knee, bring it back to the center, switch to the other hand, stretch the leg away from you on the mat and cross body stretch. Breathing into that stretch. Lower tummy tight, soften the knee, bringing it back to the center. Going to put the ring down to one side and coming back to our Pilates resting position. Hands are on your hips. We're going to do scissors at level 1. So exhale, float one leg up into half tabletop, inhale, back down. Exhale, float the other leg up, inhale, back down. Keep going with your breath. We're going to add our arms into this movement, so legs are going to do the same movement, opposite arm is going to come up. So opposite arm and leg up, inhale, back down. Exhale, up, inhale, down. Keep going with your breath. We're going to keep our arms down. We're going to float one leg up into half tabletop. We're going to keep it there. Stay nice and tight through the core. We're going to do our hundreds at level 2. So you're going to pulse your arms on my count. Ready? Begin. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. Come on and switch to the other leg. Keep pulsing your arms. And we're going to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. Rest the arms, keep the leg where it is. You're going to put your hands onto your hips. We're going to exhale that leg out to 45 degrees. Inhale back to tabletop, foot to the mat. Switch to the other leg. Exhale out, inhale back in, switch to the other leg. Keep it going with your breath. One more each side. Let's add in our arm circles. So legs are going to do the same movement. As we stretch the leg out, we're going to circle the arms round, everything back together, switch to the other leg. Circle and stretch, and switch to the other leg. Very nice. Keep it going with your breath. Take your time, no rush. One more each side. And rest down. We're going to put the block in between our knees. So because your knees are a little bit apart, feet are a little bit apart, arms are going to be out to 90 degrees. We're going to exhale, take both knees to one direction. You can twist your head the opposite way. Feet are going to stay apart, inhaling back to the center, and we're going to exhale, go the other way. So again, taking your time, slow and steady, just moving from one direction to the other. Keep it going with your breath. One more each side. And we're going to keep the block in between our knees, putting your hands behind your head. We're just going to lift our elbows up into our peripheral vision. Staying tight through the core, breath in to prepare as you exhale. Come on up, look at your knees. Inhale, back down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Keep going with your breath. Let's add a twist. So you're going to come up, twist to one direction. Inhale, back down. Exhale, up the other way. Inhale, back down. Keep going with your breath. And rest back down. We're going to take the block out from in between our knees. That can just go to one side. We're going to do butterfly stretch. So feet together, knees out to the side. Just breathe into that stretch. Lower tummy tight to bring the knees back together. We're going to take toes apart, heels join them, so we're in that nice Pilates resting position. Tight through the core, breath in to prepare as you exhale, float one leg up into half tabletop. Imagine you have a pencil on your knee pointing at the ceiling. We're going to draw small circles on the ceiling with that pencil. So just small circles with the knee, just in one direction, keep it going. Change direction. And let's change to the other leg. So float the other leg up, small circles. Keep it comfortable. Change direction. And rest back down. We're going to float the other leg up through tabletop all the way to pointing up to the ceiling. Small circles with the toes. Again, staying tight through the core. Keep it comfortable for you. Change direction. Looks good. And let's change to the other leg. Float the other leg all the way up to the ceiling. Small circles with the toes. Good. Change direction. And relax back down. We're going to come up into our full tabletop position. So float one leg up into half tabletop. Increase the contraction through the core as we exhale, float that second leg up. Hands are staying on your hips. It needs to be comfortable for you. The toes of one foot are just going to touch the mat and then come back up. The toes of the other foot just touch the mat, come back up. Use your exhale as the toes go down to the mat. keeping it comfortable. If your back is not comfortable doing this, just go back to the level 1, which was the marching. But if this feels okay, keep it going. One more each side. And we're going to bring one leg at a time down to the mat. We're going to do butterfly stretch again, feet together, knees out to the side. Breathe into that stretch. Bringing the knees back together, float one leg up into half tabletop, hands are on your hips. We're going to do hip twist at level 3. So we're going to take that leg out to the side as we exhale. Inhale back to the center, switch to the other leg. Exhale it out. Bring it in, switch to the other leg. Keep going with your breath. Take your time. One more each side. We're going to float one leg at a time up into tabletop again. So increase the contraction in the core, float that second leg up. Hands are going to stay on your hips. We're going to do one leg stretch at level 3. If you want to use a ball underneath your legs, feel free. We're going to exhale one leg out, inhale back in. Exhale the other leg out, inhale back in. Keep it going with your breath. Let's add in our arm circles. So both arms are going to start all the way up to the ceiling. Circle as we stretch, everything back in together. Circle and stretch. Keep it going with your breath. Hug your knees to your chest, gentle rock from side to side. We're going to stay in that full tabletop position. If it's comfortable, we're going to do both legs together as we circle our arms. If it's not, just do one leg at a time. So both arms are going to be up towards the ceiling. We're going to do a big exhale as we take both legs out. Circle around, bring everything back in. Staying nice and tight through the core. As we move, making sure it's comfortable for you. Hug your knees to your chest, gentle rock from side to side. Release through the abs, hip flexors, head, neck and shoulders, everything's nice and relaxed there. And we're going to do our hundreds at level 3, so we're going to stay in tabletop. Arms are going to be down by your sides. You're going to pulse your arms on my count. Ready? Begin. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. rest. Hug your knees to your chest, gentle rock from side to side. You can even circle your feet a little bit as well as you're doing this, like pan your head and rub your stomach. And circle your feet the other way. And one leg at a time coming down to the mat. Very nice. We're going to come onto our side to do arm opening. So you're going to need your head block, foot underneath your head. And you can bring in a small ball to increase that stretch behind you if that's comfortable for you. So you want to make sure earlobe, shoulder, hips and heels, everything's in a nice straight line. We're going to push that top hip down so there's a little bit of space underneath. Underneath arm is out in front, top hand on top. We're going to exhale as we open all the way up. Inhale back to our start position. Exhale, open. Keep it going with your breath. We're going to put the ball down, we're going to come into our clams. So top hand on the top hip, we're going to exhale, top knee to the ceiling, inhale back down, exhale up, inhale down. Nice. And level 2, pop the feet up. We're going to exhale the knee to the ceiling, inhale back down. Bringing both feet down, we're going to hover the top leg, forwards and back, keeping the knee bent. For our side kick at level 1. Straighten that top leg away from you. You're going to come forward to the pointed toe, back with a flexed heel. Side kick at level 2. You're going to lift and lower. Keep that top leg up. We're going to do little circles. And the other way. And take the stretch. Bring that top leg all the way forwards. Shoulders back if it's comfortable. Bring it back onto your side. Let's take it onto the other side. Bringing in the small ball if that's comfortable for you. Coming onto the side. So earlobe, shoulder, hips and heels, straight line. Keep the top hip pushed down. So we've got that little bit of waist space underneath. Underneath arm is out in front, top hand on top. We're going to exhale as we open all the way up. Inhale back to our start position. Exhale, open. Inhale, taking your time, nice and steady. And into clams at level 1. So we're going to exhale the top knee to the ceiling, inhale back down. That's good. And level 2, open the feet up, exhale the knee to the ceiling, inhale back down. And bringing both feet down, we're going to hover the top leg, forwards and back, keeping the knee at 90 degrees, side kick at level 1. Straighten that leg away from you, forwards with a pointed toe, back with a flexed heel, side kick at level 2. Left and lower. And circles. And the other way. And take the stretch, bring that top leg all the way forward, shoulders back. Bringing it back onto your side, we're going to take the head block out, we're going to be on our backs. And we're going to stretch our glutes. So one foot over the opposite knee, push the knee out to the side to start with, so we're opening up through the hip. When you're ready, and if it's comfortable, we're going to bring the legs in to increase that stretch. Breathing into it. And relax back down one leg at a time. Switch to the other leg. Put one foot over the opposite knee, push the knee out to the side to start with, so we're opening up through the hip. And when you're ready, and if it's comfortable, let's bring it in. One leg at a time, coming back down to the mat. Grab the ring. We're going to stretch our hamstrings again. So straightforward hamstring stretch, just breathing into it. Same arm, same leg, out to the side. Lower tummy tight, soften the knee, bring it back to the center, switch to the other hand, stretch the leg away from you on the mat and cross body stretch. Lower tummy tight, soften the knee, bring it back to the center, switch to the other leg. Straightforward hamstring stretch to start. Same arm, same leg, out to the side. Lower tummy tight, soften the knee, bring it back to the center, switch to the other hand, stretch the leg away from you on the mat and cross body stretch. Lower tummy tight, soften the knee, bringing it back to the center, and we can put the ring down to one side. You're going to come all the way over onto your front, and you're going to rest your forehead on your hands. We're going to stay tight through the core, and we're just going to extend one leg away from us, so it's going to hover off the mat. Inhale, back down. Exhale, hover the other leg. Inhale, back down. Keep going with your breath. We're going to add our arms in, so stretch your arms away from you. Hovering the head, we're going to go opposite arm and leg. Now we're going to hover both, so we're going to come up, hovering, and we're going to swim for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Come on and push up for a cobra stretch. So we're coming all the way up, and we're going to roll back down. Again, push it up. Keep it going with your breath. Last one. And let's push back to child's pose. Come on up onto hands and knees. We're going to stay tight through the core, breath in to prepare as we exhale, stretching opposite arm and leg out. Inhale back in, exhale opposite arm and leg out. Keep it going with your breath. Up, bears. Off. Come on. Not to be up there. One more each side. And we're going to do a wide knee child's pose. So knees, one knee either side of the mat, pushing back to child's pose. Coming up, we're going to tuck your toes under and we're just going to sit back on your heels just to stretch out through the plantar fascia, just through the soles of the feet. So pushing back as long as that's comfortable, just tucking the toes under, stretching out through the feet. Come on and sit. We're going to do butterfly stretch. So feet together, pushing the knees out to the side, just breathing into that stretch. We're going to keep one foot in, send one foot out. We're going to reach for the ankle. And switch to the other leg. Reach for the ankle. Come on and sit, crisscross applesauce. Imagine a piece of string attached to the top of your head, lifting you all the way up to the ceiling. We're gently going to fold the arms in front, and we're going to exhale, twist one way, inhale back to the center, exhale, twist the other way. Keep it going from side to side. And relax the arms back down. We're going to shoulder roll up, round and back. We're going to do an upper trap stretch, so chin on chest, ear to the side, add in top hand onto your head if that's comfortable. You can even sneak the other arm away to increase that stretch, just breathing into it. And gently release. Let's switch to the other side, chin on chest, ear to shoulder, add in the top hand. Gently sneak the other hand away. a hip flexor stretch. So one foot on the mat, one knee on the mat, and we're going to gently stretch into that lunge. Feel the stretch through the front of the hip, breathing into it as you're there. Switch to the other side. One foot on the mat, one knee on the mat. Lunging in. He couldn't be any louder, could he? Breathing into that stretch. And come on up. We're going to do a sumo stretch. So feet out to the sides, bending the knees, stretching through the inner thighs. We're just going to do a little slight move from side to side, just breathing into it. And come on up. We're going to shake out the legs. We're going to take a deep breath in and out. In and out. One more time. And happy Halloween, everybody. Feel free to unmute.